I don't know how much of this is going to be allowed to be posted to TikTok. I don't know if they still have the 10-minute video option. This is not going to be 10 minutes, but it's probably going to be longer than 3. So if only a portion of this is available on TikTok, you're going to be able to see the rest of it on my YouTube channel. This is not going to be my typical content. I'm not going to talk about politics. I'm not going to talk about Gen X culture, Chicagoland, food, music, none of that. I'm going to tell you a story about something that happened to us recently, and hopefully that you take a lesson away from my son, my 11-year-old son. Bear with me. I'm going to ramble a bit here. I grew up with parents that didn't say, "I love you." My father died never having said it to me. I had people that told me they loved me, grandparents, aunts, uncles, things of that nature, but not my parents. When my wife and I started having children, one thing that we made sure we did was tell our kids we love them whenever we were going to be separated for any period of time. If the kids were leaving the house to go to the bus stop to get on the bus, we would say, "Love you, have a good day, we'll see you when you get home." As they got older, if they were going out to ride bikes with friends or going on a car ride with friends or getting picked up by friends' parents to go somewhere, we would say, "Love you, have a good time, don't do anything stupid, see you when you get home." When we would talk to them on the phone and that conversation would come to an end, we would always end that conversation with, "I love you, talk to you soon." When one of us, my wife and I, would be going to work, we would tell each other, "Love you, have a good day, we'll see you when you get home." And as a result of that, our kids grew up in an environment where it was normal to tell the people that you loved them. And since there were 2 parents and 2 older sisters constantly telling my son that he was loved, he has taken it to the next level. He doesn't just say, "I love you" when you're leaving the house or when he's leaving the house or when you're ending a phone call. He says it for everything. If I'm going into the backyard to work on the garden, he'll say, "Love you, Dad." If he's going into the basement to play, "I'm going into the basement to play, love you, Dad." He says it all the time. He goes out of his way to make sure that the people in his life know that he cares about them. Now, I'm going to tell you the story here in a minute, but the lesson that I hope that you take is to tell the people in your life that you care about that you love them. Go out of your way to make sure they know. Don't think to yourself, "Well, they know that I love them, I'll tell them later." Because you do not know when the next "I love you" is going to be the last "I love you." Yesterday, one of my sister-in-laws passed suddenly and unexpectedly at the age of 44. I have been very, very fortunate to have 5 amazing sister-in-laws. My wife is one of 3 daughters. She's the oldest of 3. And her mom married a gentleman who has 3 daughters. So combined, there are 6 daughters, which give me 5 sister-in-laws, which is an amazing thing. I have 5 amazing sister-in-laws with wonderful personalities and their own quirks and their own traits, and it makes for a very interesting extended family. The one that passed yesterday was the middle child of the 3 from my wife's family. It was one of her blood sister-in-laws. Michelle, the sister-in-law who passed, had been having a hard time breathing for the past few weeks, but was always resistant to go to doctors, as many Americans often are. doesn't want to go to the doctor, don't want to hear the bullshit, don't want to pay the cost, so forth and so on. People in the family had been urging her to get to a doctor, go to an ER, do something. Yesterday morning, during their daily conversation, my wife would talk to this sister every morning on her way to work. That sister, Michelle, said, I need you to come take me to the emergency room. It's getting bad. She lives 40 minutes away. My wife said, I'm on my way. When she got to the parking lot of the apartment complex where my sister-in-law lived, she called her and said, I'm here. Do you want me to come in or are you coming out? She goes, I'll be out in a minute. Give me a second. And then a minute later, she called my wife back and said, I think I need you to call 911. So my wife got off the phone with her, called 911, and raced into the apartment building. Luckily, the door that's normally locked in the foyer to gain entrance into the hallway was unlocked that day. And as she came around the corner, she found her sister on the ground, unconscious, in the hallway. First responders arrived, began doing chest compressions, loaded her up into the ambulance, took her to the hospital, and within an hour she was gone. They believe she had a heart attack. They believe that maybe her heart had been failing her for some time. And now, a major cornerstone of the extended family is gone. To my wife, one of her sisters is gone. To my mother-in-law and my father-in-law, one of their children is gone. To my children, Aunt Shelley is gone. And nobody will ever have the chance to say I love you again. Each and every person in her life that cared about her at some point in time said I love you for the last time, and nobody knew that that was the last time. Tell the people in your life that you care about that you love them. Make sure they know it. Make sure you express it. You do not know if you're going to be able to say it tomorrow. Yesterday was a very, very bad day. I hope none of you have to go through that.